Hi, diddly ho, friendaloons. It's Rale, and my audio might be a little bit down. There we go. That's maybe that way. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Sorry about that. Been fiddling audio settings since moving. Welcome back to WBPL 76. It's time to Nintendo things. Right now I'm alone. Mostly because my dim bulb of a self forgot what day it was and forgot to warn the lads, so they will be a bit late. It's Golden Sun time. Also, thank you, Muddy Badger, for following. Even it was during the opening music, is the only reason I didn't say something sooner. And please tell me if I am a bit loud now. I will try to adjust settings as we go. Exactly where I was. Okay, that's what I was doing. I'm off to find another Jin who's hanging out in this area. Also, how do Night Owl? In fact, how do everybody? The Switch 2 is officially out and I don't have one because moving. I'm hoping finances play out. Me and Fox both have jobs by the end of this month, then we will be, or at least one Switch I'd like to get. Maybe not both of them right away, I don't know. There's a lot of money for a Switch 2 right now. And right now I have to save my money for bills. Soon. I do know as soon as I have a Switch 2, I'm going to be streaming some Mario Kart World. I am much excited for that. Just having to temper myself. I got a little too used to have it being good on money and got into that habit of, oh, I'll just buy it now and not wait for it to be on sale or wait for copies to be available. There he is. Going to be flush with Mercury Jin by the time we get Piers. Oh, god dang it. With feeling. tried to run again. No getting away from me this time, you sassy little salmon. There we go. And onwards. This many Mercury Jin, but soon we'll have an adept for them. And to be fair, Mercury Jin are usually better placed on either Shiba or Jenna than they are on Piers. I would argue Piers is probably the worst character out of the group. Just by virtue of the way that Mercury is heavily oriented towards being caster and healing, and Piers is definitely not that. Ford and Lincoln Jin? I'll be honest, I do not get that joke. Oh yeah, I almost forgot it is in fact Legion Day. It is the 14th year of when Tex started the Black Pants Legion YouTube channel. Oh, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury. God damn it. Thank you for explaining the joke, Aiden. I did need it, but also, I have been beat at my own game. I am sad. Alright, we're gonna get that to her. Goes there. Double check that's not hot. Yeah, that's not starting to have a sword. Should be all good. Let's double check there's not a normal weapon that's better than what I've got. Sword. I don't remember if I did anything for Tuki a day, but to be fair, I'm moving and dealing with the after effects of moving. I didn't. Not all artifacts are worth keeping. In many cases, it's just a stat stick. The Unleash wasn't super useful, so meh. Valid point item, but offer counter offer. I don't want to rely on unleashes. Not this early in the game, at least. Oh boy, unicorn ring. Eee. Also, I'm lazy and just like raw stats. I do not wish to do math. Don't need to fiddle-faddle with the witch doctor. Ramshackle, I don't believe I've ever actually soft-locked myself. I've been soft-locked by like, an enemy glitched itself through the floor, and now I have to reload my save because it locked me in the room and won't let me unlock the room until that particular enemy is dead. Guess what happened to me last night while playing Mass Effect? I love the Kabombo Mountains. This is such a neat little area to me. Mass Effect isn't that bad. It's an interesting setting. It's most of it's from when BioWare was actually good. That's the one I was playing, Aiden, is the first one. But no, I like all three of the core Mass Effect trilogy. The plot can sometimes leave something to be desired, but the actual gameplay is pretty nice. This playthrough of Mass Effect, what I'm doing is bringing Garrus and Tali with me everywhere. Because you can recruit them in every game, and they're the only two characters you can do that with, so they are my bros. I don't believe so. I think Liara is... Well, I think Liara is DLC limited. If I remember correctly. So I know that's part of it. Also, I've done the Romance Liara routes before, because, you know, it's the most basic route, and he's probably the easiest romance in the whole series. Yeah, Liara is recruitable if you count the Shadow Broker DLC. There it is. Yeah, you get the Justicar chick, which, honestly, she's pretty dope. If nothing else, use the Justicar lady so that you can unlock getting her trainable ability for yourself, because, oh god, that thing is terrifying. Oh, the R doesn't actually come to the ship in that? Okay, yeah, definitely not fully recruitable then. Mind you, my taste in characters could be considered off. I like Miranda. And yes, I know I don't need to box this guy in, but it entertains me, so here we are. Oh wait, no, I do need to box him in. Never mind. I mean, I know most people's well, not most people, but a lot of people really liked Jack in 2. Night Owl, whenever I ever made it a secret that I'm a butt person. Miranda is great support. I should also note that the class I play in the game is Sentinel. Because biotics and tech powers is busted. Oh, no, goofed it up. Oh well. Nope, it notices me. Okay. Back here we go. The thing I like about playing Sentinel is you either get barrier or you get the tech armor, and then what is cover? I don't need no cover. I am beef. Like, literally the only thing that's killed me in Mass Effect 1 has been, I face tanked a rocket and forgot to turn the barrier on. The problem with Mass Effect 1, though, is all the powers have to be, like, manually aimed. They go to where you're pointing rather than finding a target, and that makes them a little less efficient, so, what I've been doing is I've been running Vanguard with assault rifle. Or not Vanguard. Now I forgot what the... Sentinel. Sentinel's what I've been playing. Sentinel with the assault rifle as my bonus skill and just absolutely devastating things. Just using the skills for buffing myself up and making it impossible for them to kill me. I swear the abilities are easier to aim in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Yeah, I've been running around with assault rifle, Tally's been using a shotgun, and Garrus has been using a sniper rifle. And I've got Garrus' sniper rifle modified to, it overheats basically on one shot, but does a stupid amount of damage. Basically, he points it at something and then it dies. See, you say that, but I've never had any problem with the aiming in Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is actually what got me to start using all the powers, because they're such a pain to use in Mass Effect 1. There you go, tier stuff. That was actually worth redoing that way. Problem is, I don't think I can get over there and trigger the doggo. Maybe. Tremor time. There we go. Give the dog a bone. Oh crap. Noted. Oh, item in the hut? Okay. Search the jars, Aiden. It was in the box. Aiden, if it means I can sass someone, I will be as nitpicky as possible. And Thunderclap, I have not actually played Mass Effect Andromeda. I should, at some point, pick it up, but on motivation. See, the thing is, I like Dragon Age Inquisition. Like, I actually enjoy it a lot. Also, thank you for following user 00 detected. Now appear in chat and explain the name, because I'm curious. I mean, the secret to get me to enjoy an RPG really is give me a system to do, like, build crafting that I can pull off some wacky bullshit if I do it right. And Inquisition lets me do that. Mage Knight for the win. Fox off to the side, give you a good waifu and great clothing choices. That is the other way. Fashion is the real end game. Single player games don't need to be balanced. You know what the balance for the single-player game is? If you don't want to use the stupid meme build, don't use the stupid meme build. It's not going to hurt anybody other than yourself if you do. Need to heal. I mean, I'm also of the opinion of, most games, multiple levels of difficulty in most games are a waste of time. For example, a Mario game does not need multiple levels of difficulty. If you want to do, like, hidden secret difficult stuff, that's fine. Like, have your side content, your hidden boss levels be super hard, and then have your main campaign be accessible to most people. Which I know is going to get some people to be like, blasphemy. Muddy Badger, Morrowind is good for wacky bullshit. I don't know, Morrowind I've just never jived with for some reason. Something about it just doesn't click with me, so I've never gotten too far into it. Oh yeah, I think I have to watch the pit first. Maybe? No. See, the thing is, Thunderclap, I'd argue that normal is, in fact, undertuned. But most difficulties are just make the enemies beefier. Wait a minute. Did I skip something? I hope I didn't skip something. Go to the entrance and climb. Okay. That's what... Nope, no. Okay, I didn't click skip something. I just got... Didn't go down far enough. Noted. Yes. I read your message item. There is a lag. I promise. I do actually read chat. Well, I mean, this has been pretty obvious. I read chat. Oh, I was aware I was being a dim bulb for a moment there. I got better. Snip. Hip, hoppity, hoppity, whoop, whoop. Maybe go that way because we don't have Piers yet. See, Aiden, that's the thing. I sass and am perfectly fine with being sassed. Like, yeah, there's always some things that are off limits, but there's some things that are off limits for everybody. And most of the time, I can't even think what is off limits for me. It's just something that comes up. A storm song has arrived.
Bon swag. Sorry about that. I thought your stream was canceled for today, so when you got back to me, I was already out grabbing lunch.
No, my dim bulb self just forgot what day it was. I think it was because there was no cookie stream on Tuesday, and that threw my whole calendar off.
Oh, yes. Calendar throwing. It is a power.
I don't have work right now, so my only things to really, like, schedule days off of right now really are these streams.
Ah, that makes sense. Also, hello, chat. I have been called a bad horse again, which is true. Also, Rale.
Yes. Yep. You could probably use that.
Stream once again for me.
Well, okay, so Thunderclap, for context, cookie streams were actually the first streams that I watched on WBPL 76. And are, like, pretty much what got me into streaming, was watching cookie streams. Like, Texas streams are dope. But I don't know, something about cookie streams was just fun and wholesome, and it was great, and it was a great time.
Yeah, once I learned that WBPL 76 was a thing, for me, the one that really got me into it was Squick. And like Parallax and the whole numeric workshop affair.
Yeah, and that's entirely justified. Numeric workshop tends to be outside what my sleep schedule was, so I miss it most of the time.
Yeah, for me it was because Squick was the funny mouth noises guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think what I originally caught Cookie streaming was the first Ni no Kuni game.
Yes.
And dropping the pun names in chat.
Mm-hmm. I was watching it. Sorry, you first.
The interesting thing is I found out about WBPL 76 because of a random Diablo 2 stream that Tex did. And he, pushed it during that. And that was also the first time I ever really caught one of Tex's streams. Because normally it ended up scheduled, didn't end up working out. So I was watching. I remember that was also the first time I ever made a comment on any stream ever. Was that Diablo 2 stream, and it was to ask if clanners would use Tinder. Which of course Tex actually noticed and answered because it's actually an interesting question, and he thinks they probably would end up using, or said that they would probably end up using something similar to Tinder because of how their culture views relations.
Yep. It's all about that genetic makeup. Yeah, I think because I kind of counted Tex's streams as separate. Like, I already had seen his streams prior to knowing about WBPL.
Oh, yeah, it was one of his YouTube streams, and then he plugged WBPL 76.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then WBPL 76 led me to the Aux, and...
And the rest is history.
Yes.
Explosive history. Full of war crimes committed upon our brain meats by our friends such as Whacker.
Explosive history, like the African kamikaze squirrel.
My God. We've come full circle. I have to say that when I was, in a way I experienced that, because when I went to the meetup the first year, it was literally a month after I got into the Legion, and Diggs was like, hey, you want to go to the meetup? And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I go to the meetup, and Cookie Mama and Whirlin could tell that I was, hella fucking lost.
Yeah.
So I ended up basically just falling in with them, and being guided around the Legion until I knew what was what. Spent most of the time with Ether also, where he was ethery. It's an Iden!
The puppers have quieted down, I'm assuming?
Oh shit. So it is. Alright, I'll go deal with that guy.
Wait, what?
What?
He exploded again!
Oh no.
Sudden Iden, and suddenly not.
I have no idea.
We have been
Okay.
re-Idenized.
I think I dealt with that Iden, Chucklehead.
Okay.
You sassy bitch.
Yay.
Yes, Zereg, welcome to the Legion. It is weird here.
It's also a good time, though.
Having a good time, having a good time.
It's a good weird. Like the kind you get when you wake up from one of those dreams and you have to ask yourself, was that a real food product?
I mean, the general
Legally,
vibe
yes.
I've always gotten is be weird and be kind, and that's pretty much it. Them's the essence.
You can usually get by being kind of weird.
Damn it, I ordered it in a
Damn it.
specific way.
UNC Samurai says it's when the Legion isn't weird that you should be very worried, and for some reason, the face of every Legionnaire simultaneously being very serious and cocking a gun in unison.
I will be right back. The dogs have stirred up again.
No. Oh no, did Crow have more of the MRE Oreos?
The MRE streams are some of the best streams.
Yes. One must wonder how his stomach survives. Sometimes it doesn't. There was that... Somebody brought those cherry cola Oreos at the meetup, which a lot of people hated. I actually liked them.
What was it that people were... wasn't it Vegemite that people were having other people try?
Yeah.
That was one of the things.
Yeah, one of many things. That's one of the things I tried, but I'm also a little more limited on what I can try than everyone else. I have a bad relationship with food.
Because I know that there was also the Bundy that was brought in from the Upside Down chapter.
I mean, my usual shtick when telling people what it's like is like, we get all kinds of things. We got mead from Norway, and then someone brought moonshine in a gas tank from Missouri.
Yep.
Somebody brought, like, I think it was Jake, brought the, like vintage Scottish whiskey from Scotland.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
That was only available from a specific town in Scotland. Yeah, that shit was good.
Yep.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
It's definitely one of those things, like, if you haven't had whiskey or anything like that before, it probably wouldn't have tasted good to you. But if whiskey is something you have somewhat regular, then it was a more appreciable affair.
To be honest, every time someone brings up a Baja Blast like chat has now, all I can think of is the 1 a.m. at Schmarby's. Take a walk down to Electric Avenue. Oh yeah, is it this one over here?
A firm. And you can skip that entire conversation if you know it's there.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be up there somewhere, and this one was supposed to be like an arrow that points up in that direction. My brain remembered wrong. This whole area is dope. Oh shit, we got Piers now. I forgot he actually joined the team this quick.
Yep.
Smiting.
I didn't. Roll a d20 for me.
I'm afraid I will have to upset doggos if I want to acquire the bones of Polyhedrus, blessed be his many sides. So that might take a bit of doing.
Chat, someone, roll me a d20.
Okay. Saris is not upset at me. I am procuring the bones.
Little Willie says a 3. Oh.
That's a D.
Oh
no.
I rolled a 17.
We'll use that as the secondary. Let's see. 17 and 3. So I'm currently outfitting the ship that the party is getting for my space opera game. And once in a while, the company that built the ship will splurge on having components of the ship enchanted. So the party may have accidentally acquired an enchanted and possibly sentient communication relay.
Check. Okay, still has Astral Blast, which is good for him.
Why is Astral Blast good for him?
It's one of the moves that, pretty sure it's one of the ones that scales off a physical attack.
Yeah, it does. It's just that, you know, wind is his weakest thing.
Fair.
Like, it's not Helldiver, the fucking brute spell.
Yeah, the one if I give him the fire ones.
The fire, yeah.
But this...
It's just like, I don't know if Piers gets any of the physical attack scaling ones unless he's pure water.
I don't believe he does.
It's been long enough since I played the first one. Do the characters have, like, elemental affinities in this?
Yes.
Very much so. So each character has their primary element, and they will be, by default, stronger with that element, both in offense and defense, and weaker with the polar opposite element.
That's right, because I remember Ivan being my wind boy.
Yep, because he's innately got more wind. Now, if you put enough Jin on a person, then that element will become their strongest element, but they will always be predisposed towards their native element, and the highest elemental power you can get is a pure element build for a character using the one that they start with.
The general shtick is that using their pure element will be directly stronger with that element, but they'll have a better selection of abilities and with
you get more
multiple elements.
You get more variety and versatility, and you might get better overall stats, but you won't have as much focus on single, mono element violence.
Well, I've accidentally gotten Chad discussing what would be the benefits or detriments of an enchanted toilet.
So, I hate that you just brought this to mind, but yesterday when I was out getting some lab stuff done, it was at the local Walgreens.
My
they
God,
have
wackest of daddies. Continue.
They had fucking gacha-style skibbity toilet things that you could buy.
No.
Like, fucking sealed package skibbity toilet characters, open the bag to see what character it is. I'm like, what the fuck, are there different characters of this? It's a head in a toilet, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I joined this stream, and now I'm depressed.
Skibbity Toilet apparently actually has deep lore.
No, I refuse to accept that. Fuck that.
Do not consent to receiving those mouth word sounds in my head meats.
So anywho, Enchanted Toilet, separate from the Skibbity Toilet meme.
Felix just used a hard nut.
Indeed. All stat-up items go to the boy.
So I hear cursed toilet, and I can't help but think of the segue to the Namek saga in DBZ Abridged, where the spaceship toilet just screams at Krillin in German.
Yes, I can't remember the exact words. But no, if you enchant your toilet with fire, you get one of those incineration toilets. Please remember to have the seat down before you push the button, or you will burn yourself.
My cheeks smell like steak.
But
The future is now, old man.
I mean, if we're talking cursed toilet, then having the bidet be overly pressurized is the tamest of the ways you could go about it.
The bidet is if you enchant your toilet with water.
Yeah, but we're talking cursed here, and I'm just thinking of the toilet from the Unseen Academy, or the Unseen University in Discworld.
I didn't think.
I don't remember the exact name of the inventor.
why?
I forgot to
Bloody
watch
Stupid
this.
Johnson? Yeah.
Why?
Toilet of Devouring? No, what's more cursed than the Toilet of Devouring is the Toilet of Devouring that asks for it first.
Ah, yes. Animate object on your toilet. Bestow kink on your toilet.
Yep.
Oh.
But then you've got the toilet that latches you in place. The cursed version being that, oh yeah, cool, it has teeth. The seat makes sure you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. It's chat's fault, love. It's chat's fault.
Even Lady Red is like, the fuck?
And of course, her follow-up is, of course it's chat's fault.
So, this is one of those inherent things where, like, when you as an author decide something about your setting, and it's really cool, but there are the unfortunate cursed connotations therein. And one of those things is that mages in the setting just accidentally enchant stuff around them, and more permanently if it's with them for a long time. So, if you have a mage live in the same house for a long time, it's very possible their toilet could be enchanted.
There's a reason why the seat is comfier when they do it at home.
Yes.
Ah, it's a polymorphic toilet seat. It adjusts itself to the contours of your butt to be the most comfortable toilet seat in both temperature and shape that you will ever experience.
Cookie Mama says, Son, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Also, hi Cookie Mama. You came in on the discussion of enchanting bathroom articles.
Cookie, help.
See,
Help.
Storm,
I find it
know-
fascinating that one... Oh, go on.
I know Storm meant enchanting bathroom articles in the case of we're going to cast magic on the toilet. But what I heard was that's an attractive toilet.
Oh my god.
Oh, enchanting as... Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, I'm sat
Enchanting
here
the
thinking,
adjective.
why is Whacker disgusted by the idea of a very comfortable toilet seat? Is it just you're having the throwback days to Mesopotamia, where if the rock wasn't slightly lumpy, you weren't sure it was
You're
safe?
closest to me in age in here, you shitty old man.
And I'm also the closest to Jesus in age in this room, with the exception of you. That's not a big argument. I am closer to Julius Caesar in age than anybody else in this room except you, old man.
Wait, how old are you, Aiden?
I am not answering that on a hot mic.
Yeah, no.
I thought you and I were like the same age.
No.
I think we are, ish. But I am not fucking throwing that shit out there on a fucking open mic.
Aiden already told us he's 80 years old mentally.
No. You added a 0. I'm 8 years old, mentally speaking.
I oscillate between being way younger and way older. Which is probably why I get along with kids. I get along with you old fucks, but I don't get along with people my own age.
You old fucks.
It's always the fun thing to remember that I'm actually even if we include Andy, I'm the youngest out of the group.
Hey, Whacker, roll me a d20.
Don't do it, Whacker, it's a trap.
This is how we got on fucking cursed toilets in the first place, was rolling a d20. Oh god, we're here again. We have now double tapped the 3.
What?
Storm.
Yeah.
3.
3. Interesting.
Oh, Storm. Did
Yeah.
you see that FF Tactics is getting a modernized re-release?
Wait, what?
So here's the thing, and yes, it is. My friends, they know what I'm about. And I kid you not, I counted 27 different DMs from different friends, some of whom I haven't talked to by way of Discord in a little while, all suddenly come at me in one day with, Storm, there's a Final Fantasy Tactics remake coming out. Or not remake, but remaster, and I was like, yes. Guess what I'm streaming once we finish KOTOR.
Oh, I fucking bet.
I figured you were going to.
My
KOTOR
Little
2.
Pony.
He's going from a meh game to a good game.
And so the battle begins.
Aiden.
I'm trying to decide if I have the energy to rise to Aiden's obvious jive.
Rale,
Also-
do you want me to repeat my my joke that I came up with and told you about in DM? The Horizon one.
Ah, yeah, sure, go ahead. It's a solid pun.
So, for everybody who's played the Horizon series, Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, the Banuk tribe. If they dress up like a raccoon, is that a Banuki suit?
That wasn't as bad as I was as I was bracing for, so I'll give it a pass.
Aiden, you are the most supportive person ever.
Am I not merciful?
Is this just you still being salty over me giving you all kinds of shit for the fucking mutton fights when you're streaming XCOM?
No.
Yeah, I think it is. I really think it is.
Look, just because you're dumber than a bag of rocks doesn't mean I have to descend to your level. I have my own level of dumb that I need to descend to.
A good word use.
Does Felix know revive if you go mono element with him?
That's what I'm trying. Okay, no. I might be. In trouble.
Oh,
Man.
well, time to cast retreat.
Oh,
Man,
Wait, I might have another.
ow, Jesus! Fuck!
what?
God damn it! Ow!
What?
Oh, my sciatica.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. This early fall is gonna be gnarly for the things that are coming out. I'm hearing Hired Steel in August, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Guys.
Okay.
Okay. Hope you feel better.
Oh, were you playing
Try not
Hired
to die.
Steel?
Hired Steel is in the BattleTech Machinima.
Oh, okay, that. I was thinking. Excuse me.
Yeah, they've got a new Ninja Gaiden retro style platformer that's coming out.
I
The
heard.
Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. The new Silent Hill looks interesting, but somebody threw me a fucking link to the new Bloodstained announced trailer, and, you know, yes. Yes!
I would throw serious money at a good Mech Commander like reboot or remake or something like that.
That would be pretty dope. I swear to God, if they do it to me, you motherfuckers! I swear to God.
Oh my god.
That's the reason I hate this dungeon, is just because the enemies are dickheads with their cheap shots like that.
Hey, Storm, why don't you try not being old?
Yeah, about that. So, fun fact, if you get certain kinds of wrestling injuries, not only do you get sciatica earlier in life, but you may also have a muscular injury that allows the sciatic nerve to suddenly get pinched, not just by a normal muscle cramp, but a full-on Charlie horse.
Oh, the bad horse got a Charlie horse?
Yep.
The bad horse's name is Charlie. Get it?
This was
Get
true.
it? Get it? Get it? You get it?
Yes.
Do you get it?
No, I don't get it.
At least I have the option to have a revive here with Spark. Thank God for that.
Okay.
Give him old
fine.
Sparky.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
fine. I'm just beginning to enter about the 10% mark of Whacker's age.
Remember, kids, as you get older, random pain is just.
Sorry, that was a bit too big for my britches. 8% of Whacker's age.
You hit the first percentile.
When I said I wanted to
Well,
be in the
that's
top
fine.
1% of something, this is not what I meant. So I'll be honest, I've needed to have that sneeze for like 3 weeks now. I can smell sounds at the moment.
Oh, I love the sneezes that allow you to see God for a second. Phenomena.
cow. I'm not going to put in the effort to try and get the staff that can drop from him. I can't remember if it's this wheel or the other. We'll find out. It was the other.
It's one of those two.
It was the other wheel. But,
Womp womp.
it's either the cows or the liches can drop the best staff in the game at this point. It's like Caius' rule or something like that.
I will Google it. I will Google it.
I do not have the patience
Diddle,
to do the
diddle, the
RNG
cat.
manipulation right now.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat in the fiddle, the cow jumped over my Dragula.
Alright, Doomsayer drops Oil Drop. Alright, let's take a look at other enemies in the Gabamba statue. I love that name, Gabamba.
Oh, it's such a good name. This whole area, like, other than that one specific thing of the potential to get O-code by Full Moon plus anything else combo, this is such a great dungeon design.
Staff of Anubis from Red Demon.
Yep.
It's the Staff of Uwubis. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep.
I've never seen one before.
It's super busted at this point in the game.
Let's see.
Staff of Anubis, God help us.
I think he's out on this one.
Converts all damage to Venus damage, attacks with 30 additional damage points, may cause haunting.
It's more just a really strong staff at this point.
83 attack boost, yeah.
You bitch!
Shit, man.
Of course it fucking runs.
Hey there, Reaver. Welcome to WBPL 76, legally defined as entertainment.
Oh, I just realized a couple people have actually first time and chatted during this, and I forgot to throw up the links.
Bring him up right now.
Thank
Looks
you,
like he
sir.
already knows about the Discord.
I'll throw your links.
What does his cat... What did his cat do to deserve being thrown? Why?
I mean, lynx are predator cats, so if it tries to assault me, it's getting yeeted. Like, I love animals and will not hurt them if given the chance, but if something attacks me, I will punt it without any sort of remorse.
Yeah.
Wow, just quiet after that, okay.
I mean, self-defense is a thing. Is this the dragon gremlin thing? Yeah, these are the dragon gremlin things.
Jin, but yes. They're
Oh,
elemental
dragon-
spirits.
Dragon gremlin thing.
No, that's Squick.
I mean, yes.
That's all kobolds in general, really.
There.
Kobolds all the way down.
Oh god, now that I'm just remembering is the Punky Doodles animation. Not fancy enough to be a vampire. Not swole enough to be a werewolf. Fuck it. Goblin it is.
It's a werewolf.
Some choose to tread the path of the swole.
Darn.
Heckmanistan says nothing we can do can be defined as legal.
So, all I can say is... What about being a swearwolf?
We are wirewolves. Wolves possessed by the spirit of inquiry. And bloodlust.
No. The swearwolf. The wolves who just want to make like the Care Bears and share their feelings with the world.
For some reason you said that, and I imagined the security team for one of the ships in this setting that's entirely comprised of the wolf folk people, and I'm just seeing the youngest member with a bar of soap shoved in his mouth. The others are all just glaring at him. Of course, knowing them, they're not washing his mouth out because he cussed, it's because he cussed poorly.
That wirewolves bit is actually how I got into Adventure Time. That's how you get me into a show. If the show drops a pun like that, I'm now officially interested. I'm trying to remember where I need to go.
Back to the middle. Bottom middle.
Bottom middle?
So in the anime that I've been watching recently, Rale, there was an episode you would have appreciated that, so you know how sometimes a pun in one language just does not carry into another language, not effectively anyhow? And the fact that it doesn't carry almost makes it so much more cringeworthy it becomes funny again. Anyways, in the course of the episode, the characters are trying to help a comedian who sold his soul to a demon, and the comedian, without the demon's help, tells all these just awful pun jokes that don't even translate well into English, even with the subtitles.
That was the ladder you wanted to go to, dude.
And the only person that laughs the entire time is the dad. So, like, the entire episode is them trying to rescue someone whose only power is dad jokes.
I mean, that's usually how I play my bard in D&D, is that his specific art that he casts magic through is shitty puns.
I do like that concept.
Though my favorite, like, bard concept I've ever run across is probably going to be Joe Cat and his bard who writes stuff, and all his magic is like paper form stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joe Cat's the one that did A Crap Guide to D&D, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also a crap guide to Monster Hunter.
Indeed.
Alright, it's puzzle solving time.
Have you seen the alternatives to getting it right and watching the villagers freak out?
I have, yes.
Okay. Fucking Gabamba, Akafubu. I love the naming conventions here.
Oh yeah, no, this whole area is fucking neat.
It's kind of like in FF7 when you've got Bugenhagen. It's just fun to say.
Indeed.
It's fun to say.
Bugenhagen is a fun one.
It also sounds like an exotic beer. Or at least a beer that's trying to present itself as exotic.
Damn it, Storm Song.
Ah yes, the solution to many puzzles. Just pound it until it works. Percussive maintenance.
Jigglypuff would be so good at this game.
Ah. Okay, let's start with the simple ones first.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff Puff Pass.
You know, I still find it tremendously delightful that that's something that dolphins will do, is play Puff Puff Pass.
With actual pufferfish.
Yes. Hang on, the one on the bottom, bump it into place?
Yep. I think just the one turned it, all of them.
Yeah, except for the one.
Yep.
Actually, no, it might have been... No, you're right, it did do all of them. No, it didn't, because there's the break earlier. Yeah, now you're good. You knock the last one in now, and you're good.
Yep, yep. Now we go again. Oh yeah, we have to wait. It's on like a little timer thing.
Yep.
Double checking to switch my excited. Yes, okay, we'll get there.
They count really slowly, though.
Oh wait, no. Hey, Whacker, guess what? Oh shit,
Yeah.
never mind. Too late.
What? Man.
He awakened!
Oh, he looked upon them with his giant looking peepers.
God damn it. All I can think right now, hey baby, what that tongue do? Orb!
Orb! That's my favorite thing about playing the original Final Fantasy. You know, the NES version, before they started calling them crystals. They were all orbs. Except, because they're a key item, it's all caps. So anytime somebody's in conversation, I just imagine them, you know, normal conversation, orb! Normal conversation. Like, we have to scream orb at you. The Warriors of Light have taken a few knocks upside the head. The people have to make sure they know what they're talking about. Their whole capacity for discussion, after all, is basically like Transport Guy from Star Trek, except about orbs.
Orb Trek?
Yeah, why not? Final Fantasy TO&E charts, I mean... You could probably make one for FF Tactics if it would let you take more than, you know, 5 people into a fight.
Indeed.
We need to go deeper. Into the belly of the beast. Orb!
Orb!
Aiden,
Yes?
can you do a little bit of Google foo for me here real quick?
Depends. What are you needing Googling? And why can you not do it yourself?
Because my attention is otherwise upon the turbits. How long does it take a 16-inch battleship shell to go 24,000 yards?
Let's see. How many yards?
24,000.
4,000. Just going off of muzzle velocity off of Wikipedia, like a little under 30 seconds.
Okay,
Why?
because I'm shooting 16-inch shells at the Germans.
In what?
War on the Sea,
Ah,
Battle of the Atlantic mod.
fair.
Well done, Aiden. Well done. That was a hit.
Excellent.
So there was a leaked rumor that I saw that was someone posted some stuff on 4chan that there might be a Golden Sun thing revealed this weekend with Games Fest and all that.
Yeah?
I really hope so. If that happens, Chad, expect me to be flipping my shit both on Sunday and next Thursday.
Oh, sweet girl.
It's
Ceres
been-
has become a beagle croissant on my hip.
Fuck the puppers.
The Switch 2 would be a great time for them to do it. I would be so happy.
I'm just really glad that all the shit that's coming out that I'm excited about is not just, exclusive to any one platform.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy a PS5 or a Switch 2 to play the shit that I want to play.
Sensible. Desirable, even.
Indeed.
But Aiden, I want to be able to play Mario Kart World with you.
Good luck. I'm not getting a Switch 2 anytime soon.
I mean, I'm not either. Not at least until both me and Fox have jobs and have a month or two of pay to get our savings back sorted.
I'm basically not gonna get one
This sounds
unless it
weird.
hit. Actually, I'm probably just not gonna get one at all. Because everything I care about playing that's Nintendo is currently on the Switch. It'll be a while before that changes. I mean, hell, I use my Switch more for the emulation they have on it than anything else.
Yeah.
The
Did
only-
you see Soul Calibur 2 is going to be on the GameCube for the Switch 2?
No, I did not. But I've got Soul Calibur 2 on my Xbox 360, so...
Yeah, but the Nintendo one has Link.
And?
Ooh.
The Xbox 360 one has both Hiachi and Spawn.
I'll be honest, I don't care for Spawn.
I don't care about either of them. So, honestly, I don't care about any of the guest characters. I am a Mitsurugi and Nightmare main in Soul Calibur 2.
What is it? I have pretty much the same main across all Soul Calibur games, and I think it's Cassandra. It's the girl with the sword and the shield.
There's two of them.
Sophia?
Cassandra, yeah, it's either Cassandra or Sophicia. They are similar to each other, but one likes to throw her hips around, the other is a bit more, reserved.
I remember that from one of them, maybe Soul Calibur 3, of pinning someone to the floor and just pummeling the shit out of them with the shield and sword.
Yeah, I think they both have that, but I might be wrong.
I don't know. It's been
I know
forever
that
since I played a Soul Calibur game.
I know that one of them has the move where she jumps onto your shoulders, basically smothering you between her thighs before she snaps your neck.
And then flips you over her. That's the one.
Yeah. I can't remember which of the two girls that is, but yeah, it's either Sophicia or Cassandra. Which I think the two characters are mother-daughter, so...
Something like that.
A friend in college who had an unhealthy obsession with Taki from the first one.
Ah, the Jiggle Ninja.
And now the Ask a Ninja theme pops into my head. Maybe it was the other way.
I do not believe there's a Jin there. No, I don't believe you have any Jin here on the world map to find.
No, I'm trying to go down to get to the mountain, get off this continent.
Yeah, no, you just didn't go far enough.
Yeah, I need my boat.
Boat.
Boaty McBoatface.
Bizzle Oat.
Boat. Yeah. I knew a guy who was a Talim main who would absolutely fucking shred people until he ran into one guy who could make Astaroth play like he was a speedster. It was disturbing to see something that big move that fast.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, that guy knew how to make every fucking combo that Astaroth had just flow into a continuous, unstoppable juggernaut of pain.
At that time, the friends I had were the kind of people who they'd find the most meta character and abuse the shit out of him.
See, I have no idea what the meta, if such a thing exists.
Usually Nightmare, if I'm correct.
The local arcade machine for Soul Calibur 2 that I would go and frequent when I was a teenager, Nightmare was nowhere near the top of the rankings, interestingly. And it was one of the ones that had the persistent multiplayer campaign thing,
Yeah.
where you picked one of 4 factions and, you know, your character would be remembered and its moveset would be based on your performance as a player.
I
Which
never
meant-
played the actual cabinet arcade.
Yeah.
I lived in a small town. Video games were considered nerd shit, so there was no arcade. And it took me forever just to find nerd friends, and they were slightly toxic.
I get you on that last bit. For me, I had to drive like half an hour to get to the local mall, but there was a Tilt arcade at the mall that had the cabinet. As far as anything closer, the local mom and pop pizza joint had a Neo Geo machine and a pinball machine.
God, do you remember when Pizza Hut used to have real arcade games?
Mine had Metal Slug. That was the only arcade machine. That, and there was a Pac-Man machine at the Royal Inn, which is a pizza place.
The pizza place I had, they had the Neo Geo machine that had Samurai Showdown, Shock Troopers 2, I can't remember which Metal Slug, and I think it was 1942. All in one cabinet.
Ours had the proper, like, full arcades in it. It was pretty neat.
Nice. It's also where I discovered Doctor Who, though I had no idea what Doctor Who was other than a pinball machine.
He's not a pinball machine, he's a chef.
I see what you did there.
If Storm didn't make the joke, I was going to.
Indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, next time you watch Doctor Who, I want you to ask him if he's a pinball machine.
No context. Doc, are you a pinball machine? Are you a pinball wizard?
Are you a wizard?
So how does Power Drive fit in versus Mega Drive, I wonder?
No idea. All I know is this puzzle is really annoying to do over and over again because this little bastard ran.
Yep. That's why you save scum. You know, save before the fight and then just soft reset.
I should probably do that. I'm fucking stupid. You know why I'm stupid?
What is that? Yeah, you're dumber than a bag of rocks.
God damn it.
Wop, 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 wow.
How many
Ladies and gentlemen,
situations could have been
the joys of emulation, and Rale is forgetting the benefits.
You silly bit.
You silly goof.
God damn it!
Mercury Alpha asks, Doctor Who, when was the last time you went full tilt? Silicon Soul remembers the Twilight Zone pinball machine being good. UNC Samurai refuses to buy another Nintendo product until they fix the Joy-Cons.
Reasonable.
I mean, they fixed the Joy-Cons by completely replacing them with the Switch 2 ones. Motherfucker.
I speak not to this, for I know not.
I swear to God.
I think the RNG has just decided that you should go fuck your own hat.
Scale 1 to 5,987? Kinda rude.
Also, things I discovered last night. This laptop can play Devil May Cry 5. It gets toasty when you do, but it can.
So play Devil May Cry 5 in the winter. Don't fucking run away from me.
Have you considered swapping Felix back to get Ragnarok? Because that'll be more effective than what he's currently packing.
Yeah, I don't know if will he get Ragnarok? We'll find out.
He had Ragnarok last week when you were streaming, so...
Oh yeah, good point. This will do.
Yes, Samurai, we are hat fucking.
Okay, now then. Didn't even get to use Ragnarok.
I think you might want to try save scumming, because I think the RNG has just decided that it will run, and you're not resetting the seed by reversing.
I don't want to, but
Yeah.
let's
Oh.
if it doesn't work this time.
Chapeau. Oh my god.
My God.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, okay. So it's going to do that every time. Ba, 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 ba. Let's try this. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Soft reset.
I don't remember how to do a soft reset.
AB start select is how it is on the original platform, but I don't know how to do it on this thing.
That's what worked.
Yeah, fair enough. Hooray, faithful Game Boy emulation. I'd hope Nintendo would emulate their own shit correctly.
So far, I honestly have no problem, no complaints about, like, the Nintendo Switch Online stuff.
Yeah. I've played enough lazy ports that I'm genuinely surprised when a port isn't lazy these days, you know?
Low effort cash grabs, and yes, those are the bane of my fucking existence the last decade.
Yep.
Oh, it's been stunned this time.
Yeah. Fuck you, you little bastard.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
don't
running
get to
for
run.
shit. To go back to the joke, you're going nowhere.
Yay!
Item.
Finally.
I still hear you idiot in your voice, not Gilbert Gottfried. God rest his soul. But I still hear that in your voice.
What,
'cause
the
it's
you
funnier.
fool?
Yes.
You fool!
No,
I'm telling you though.
Big, loud, happy Iden voice version of that brings joy to my soul.
Sensible.
You have
Desirable,
one,
even. He did once.
Iden.
Yes.
Hi.
I thought you pawned it off for immortality. That's how you got to be so old.
No, he bought it off for soup.
Oh, fair.
No soup for you.
Ooh.
Truly, the most important question of our generation: soup or salad?
That was a
Neither.
restaurant.
The sushi joint, both. Because their miso is pretty good, and their, I don't know what salad dressing they use, but it's really good. I love it.
That was a good sushi
Did you
place.
get the Mercury Gin south of here?
Yes, I did.
In the
That's
world
the
map?
first thing I did on starting the stream.
Okay.
Because I was
I-
already
we were
over
talking-
there looking for it.
I
You know,
was
we
trying to do work things, so, you know.
We were working on, or we were talking about the sushi joint, so when you said that, I was wondering if Mercury was a brand of gin.
You can drink Mercury, but I don't advise it.
No, that's a very bad
You
plan.
can drink napalm once.
Yeah, you can consume damn near anything once.
If it doesn't make it all the way down, does it really count as consuming?
I mean, something's being consumed in the process.
For legal purposes, we do not endorse the drinking of napalm.
Maybe you don't.
Silence.
Whacker wants to
Mercury
get a bit of that
is
tang
great
going.
vapor rub. Okay, Mercury says Mercury is a great vapor rub. Considering who's saying that, that just makes it sound much naughtier than I think was intended
Yeah,
to
no,
be.
all I can think right now is, are you coming on to me?
Hey,
Potentially.
bro, buy me dinner first. I'm not ready for this stage in our relationship.
Indeed.
For legal purposes, this is a threat.
Storm.
So if you use one of those magical beasties and a healing potion to help you during a fight in this game, is it a gin and
Your microphone cut out.
Is it a
Storm.
gin and tonic?
Yes.
There's one called tonic.
Yes, there is a gin called tonic.
this delights me? I'm gonna have a gin and tonic this weekend. That sounds like a good idea. I love gin.
See, you
Gin
say
is
that, and
responsible for the first time I've ever had to call an ambulance.
Jin was my favorite character in Bleach.
Also sensible. I'll be right back. I must, bio break. Like a big boy.
Be gone!
Janice, why? Because Fox mains are a fucking cancer on the Smash Bros. Community.
I agree to
That's
this. As the resident Marth main. Though to be fair, if Smash Bros. Scaled power, Kirby would destroy everyone.
I mean, in the right hands, Kirby still will destroy everyone.
Indeed. I had a friend who was a Kirby main. Hell, my little brother is a Kirby main.
I'm a Kirby main.
You would be.
I would be.
I never really played Smash Brothers.
Whacker doesn't want to smash. It's
Nope.
okay, Whacker, we accept you.
Buy me dinner first?
I mean, the implication there was that you're ace, and that was the joke.
Oh.
And this is why playing just straight element, mono element is the way most players go.
Yeah.
Is because the fucking convenience factor of, I just want to have the right spells for the puzzles.
Yeah. That is one thing that Dark Dawn fixes. Is that you always have access to the field synergy. Or it makes them items in a lot of cases. I got the healing fungus.
The
I
fungus.
am pleased to report that the Germans are no more.
Wonderful.
Oh, you got rid of the Germans.
We have gotten rid of the Germans.
So, Silicon Muddy Badger, I gotta admit, while I say Kirby main, there's so many characters that I flit between.
Yeah. I say
Like-
Marth main because that's the one I'm most consistent with, but
Yeah. Because, let's see, I am very comfortable with Samus. Used to be Link, then they changed up some of his shit. I don't like the remote bombs, because I forget to use them.
that's valid.
Yeah, Samus, Kirby, Ike to a lesser degree, Simon Richter. I've been increasingly fond of how Cloud plays. Snake. God, I'd have to go and actually look at the rest of the list because there's so many goddamn characters in the series now.
I'm a big fan of Hero. The fucking spell list is so fun to bait people into coming after me.
See, I'm honestly not fond of most of the DLC characters because they feel like they were left slightly overpowered.
I mean, they most definitely were, and that's entirely to sell DLC, but
Yeah. Like, frankly, Banjo-Kazooie and Bailiff just fucking ridiculous.
Byleth is fucking hilarious. Because the axe is hard to pull off, but when you do, be gone, thought.
Did you get the, oh, come on, brain, what is it? The summon from the cave here?
Not yet. About to. We couldn't because we didn't have Piers, remember?
I'm fairly confident you can get it before you have Piers,
You
but I
said
might
that
be
last
mistaken.
time and we needed to freeze a pillar.
I wasn't there for that. I had to get up and do shit, so... You know, something, 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 dogs. And then there's this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
How are the three tiny loud ones?
It's pop date
Currently,
time!
they are honked the fuck out.
Busy day.
Not necessarily, but busy enough.
Okay. Nap time.
Yeah.
Nap time.
After this stream, it's gonna be food time. Then nap time. Then food nap time. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this weekend because of all the game announcements, even if I can't get anything for myself right now. I enjoy getting hyped for stuff, which is why I generally don't tone my hype down.
God, I remember following, like, in the early, like, late 90s, early 2000s, late 90s especially, they would have all those websites up to hype up games that they were getting ready to release.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember checking the goddamn Mech Commander page every day before they released it.
Yeah.
The other two that I remember being pretty hyped about was, despite my being horrible at it, Warcraft 3 and Stalker, that went through all those tortured convolutions before it finally ended up becoming what it was.
My big hype thing for the longest time was just Nintendo Power.
Yes. Old school Nintendo Power up into the N64 era was really dope.
Even into the Game Boy Advance and the GameCube era.
I return.
Like, I
Do
talked
you?
about it last time. How I found out about Golden Sun was the Nintendo Power article that had the guide for going through the Deccan Plateau. And I just thought it was so neat that I was like, oh, I want to play this, so I convinced my parents to buy it for me.
I found out about Golden Sun because one of my buddies was playing it before school when we were sat in the cafeteria.
Okay, I did not get the thingy.
He was doing the Caragol Sea sequence.
I ended up with a copy of Golden Sun because when my dad bought my Game Boy Advance for me for, like, a birthday present, he asked the guy at the store, he was like, apparently something to the tune of, I have no idea what all this means, so if my son likes Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy, please show me a game he would like on this.
Oh boy! Whoever that game shop owner was fucking nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, that's basically what Golden Sun is. It's like a combat style of Final Fantasy combined with the puzzle solving of Zelda.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boon Awakening!
The only time my dad's ever been able to pay attention to a video game is if there's cars and or fighter planes involved.
You should have played Warhawk on the PlayStation 3.
Should also be noted that last time Dad cared about video games at all, dial-up was still a thing.
I tried to get my dad to play Need for Speed 5 once, and he only lasted about 3 minutes before he said, okay, I'm getting, like, motion sickness, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just awoke a core memory from thinking about dial-up. I
Pause.
remember going to... go ahead.
First time chat. Wadachiniro, welcome to WBPL 76.
My chat
Legally
is
defined as entertainment.
We value your time more than you do.
We are the streaming arm of the Black Pants Legion. Rale here is currently streaming Golden Sun on the Switch 1, yes?
Yeah, no, I do not have a Switch 2 yet. I currently have just recently moved and do not have the money for a Switch 2 at the moment. As soon as I have the money, I will be getting a Switch 2 and Mario Kart World will be happening.
Yes, we are the streaming arm of the Black Pants Legion. We're a variety channel, so there's about 40 or 50 of us that stream on this channel. Well, no, it's more than that. But, all sorts of things. Rale here does our Nintendo streams.
Yes, well, there's a couple people who stream Nintendo games, but I stream exclusively Nintendo stuff. Oh god, Samurai. Okay, so Samurai is pointing out about the staple holes in the screen. Some stores have been giving people Switches and they staple the receipt to the front, and it's been puncturing the screen on the Switch.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Way to go, knuckleheads.
Oh, apparently it was GameStop.
Stonks.
Stonks indeed.
Wadashiniro says, I am so amused that someone is streaming my favorite childhood game. Well, you and Rale here are a compatible soul.
Not even childhood. The Golden Sun is straight up my favorite game of all time is Golden Sun The Lost Age. On the one hand, yes, Nintendo were dumbasses for the way they packed it, but on the other hand, also, don't staple things to the outside of the box!
Yeah, I would say tape would have done just fine.
Yeah. Or hand them the receipt, God forbid.
Yeah. Well, it may have been like a delivery thing.
Yeah, or as Samurai just pointed out, stickers.
Indeed.
Also, arguably, what kind of bloody staples are used? Mercury, I don't know where you got Rale Dom from. And it's Nintendo streams, not Nintendo streams. No, I actually like Dark Dawn. Like,
I'll let the arguments begin.
I appreciate what Dark Dawn was trying to do, and the quality of life choices were excellent. I think Dark Dawn's biggest problem is that it never got a fourth game to wrap up its plot. It ended on
You mean the
cliffhanger.
plot that it? You mean the plot that it decided it was going to forget about for the entirety of its own runtime?
Fair.
I'm sorry, man, but that argument doesn't really work when the game spent so much time running away from its own plot.
I don't know, because you are actually relatively focused on getting to the mountain and getting the Rock's Feather. Was the core plot. That was your main plot? Is we're trying to go get the Rock Feather, and then on the way there, you made friends and got distracted.
Yeah, and then about 70% of the runtime follows up after that, where you're completely forgetting the implied calamity that you were trying to get the repairs done to research and prevent in the first place. Like, okay, cool. Some big bad thing is gonna happen, and we're completely forgetting about it.
I mean, we don't even know exactly what's going on with that. That's why we were getting the Rock Feather. Then we got distracted.
Yeah.
I very much get the distinct feeling they were going to make a fourth game. And I mean, they probably still are. And expected it to be a Golden Sun 1 and 2 situation. Because I imagine how disappointed you'd be with Golden Sun 1 leaving off where it did.
Sure, but there's a big difference here, though. As previously established, Golden Sun 1 and 2 were originally meant to be one game and were written largely at the same time.
That is fair.
Whereas, in the case of a Golden Sun 4, they're writing that long after the fact.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like Dark Dawn. I like the characters. I like the plot. Frankly, Karis is more interesting than her father any day of the week.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I would like it a lot more if it weren't for the failings of the plot, because I agree with you on the quality of life improvements. They are really nice. I found the dungeons less interesting, though, than in the Lost Age, because the 4 elemental rocks and the lighthouses were just really cool.
Yeah.
And I don't think they managed to recapture the, just the sense of scale and wonder that the Lost Age managed to hit.
I think a lot of it might be that the elemental rocks were, they're tied to nature. Meanwhile, most of the dungeons in Dark Dawn are old ruins.
What if Shinero says that the story was okay, but the lack of exploration and revisiting is what bothered them about.
Dark Dawn has plenty of exploration and revisiting. Not as much as Lost Age, but more than the original Golden Sun did.
I mean, the original Golden Sun, you could go back to literally anywhere on the map.
Yeah.
Like there is no place that...
But there's really only one point where you need to go back and revisit if you didn't miss anything. There's only one point where you go back and revisit, really, and that's when you go back to Lunpa.
I mean, there's that, there's the Vault Cave.
Yeah, but you do all those roughly around the same time.
There's the ability to go back and check in on Isaac's mother and see how that's going.
I mean, you can go back during Dark Dawn. There's a whole little quest to get, I think, the golden shirt. Is you have to go back to one of the towns that's in the darkness that has been mostly wiped out, and you use Spirit Sense. You find Grandma Ghost, and she asks you to bring an item to her granddaughter in another area that's safe. It's a whole neat little quest.
Yeah, I seem to remember, admittedly it's been a hot minute, that you do hit a point where you just don't have the ability to go back to some of the early game stuff.
Yes, there are a couple points of no return, and one or two of them is actually kind of poorly placed, and that is a problem with the game, I will admit.
Yeah.
I hope if they make another Golden Sun that they learn from that and don't put in any points of no return in whatever they do for Golden Sun 4. Assuming we get a Golden Sun 4. Honestly, I'd almost prefer a Golden Sun 1 and 2 remake with all the quality of life updates from Golden Sun Dark Dawn.
That would be nice. I would be down for that. Kind of like what they're doing with Tactics, it feels like.
Yeah.
Where they're adding a bunch of modern quality of life updates to make the...
So it's going to actually have... It's going to have 3 modes, where... one is you play the original game unmodified, or you play the game fully modified with the quality of life updates, and then the third version, which is all of that plus cut content from the original.
Oh shit, why would you not play all that plus content? Well, I guess there are viewers.
I don't know if it's cut content or if it's new content, the way the announcement read, but basically, depending on if... Go on.
It just becomes the difficulty. A lot of times Square uses the term cut content to refer to stuff they wanted to do but didn't necessarily get to, versus how we use the term, which may mean more like stuff that was made but never finished.
Yeah. Because I looked at the announcement, I'm like, well, if all else fails, I can play War of the Lions as I remember it and enjoy it. Because admittedly, when I hear Square say that they're doing new content in a old game, I think about how much of the extra bullshit they tacked into the FF7 remake that made me not enjoy the FF7 remake. Some of the new stuff was really fucking...
remake. What the hell?
Some of the new stuff was really fucking good, some of it, but a lot of it was tedium that I just did not like.
Like what?
Most of the odd job bullshit you're doing around the Sector 7 slums.
I mean, most of that's side quests because the whole game takes place there, so that's why that was added in.
Yes, but they completely fucking slowed the pacing and tempo of the game that was already painfully slow because fights took for fucking ever. Admittedly, I was already leaning in favor of panning the game. You should go and give the healing mushroom to the... Oh, you got these bugs. Yeah. But yeah, don't forget to give the healing mushroom to the old couple to get the fire gin.
Thank you for reminding me, I totally forgot.
Yep, all good. But yeah, I mean, when Guard Scorpion took so incredibly painfully long to fight, I started realizing that I was gonna have misgivings. When Airbuster became a fucking marathon slog, I stopped caring. It's like, this fight stopped being exciting about halfway through, and started just feeling like an HP sponge where I am fighting with the equivalent of the Devil May Cry gun ammo. You know, tissue paper. Frozen peas. Whereas in the original FF7, boss fights tended to be fairly short-lived and violent. You didn't have much HP sponge. Either you died or they did in a hurry.
Although I will make an artistic argument for some of the choices you dislike. It makes you feel how Cloud does if everything seems like tedium.
Yeah.
So I just sat back down. Am I to gather that Aiden, you are not a fan of the remakes?
He is
FF7 remake? Very much not. I sat through a friend playing through the Nibelheim incident because he was trying to sell me on the second one, and it just made me fucking rage. Because they dragged it out. I literally just turned and looked at him and was like, get on with it! A la Monty Python.
Interesting. Okay.
It is very possible to overplay a scene and just make it drag too long.
I agree. I haven't. I've somewhat purposefully not watched much of anything about them because I would like to kind of shotgun them when they are
all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're all out, all available, and all that stuff. So, but
I would make the argument that I think like the core of mine and Aiden's differences in what we like in media is pacing's a lot more important to you than it is to me.
It is. Because if the pacing is not consistently, not taking too long or not rushing too fast, then I lose the capacity to want to care.
Yeah.
A story needs to take long enough for me to get invested, but it needs to not take so long that I get bored.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
And
for me, if the gameplay is solid, I can deal with a story dragging slightly.
Yeah. And see, that was the other thing, is I felt that the gameplay dragged on too much. So,
Yeah, see-
again, boss fights taking that long just made me go, wow, I wish I could save and get up to P, but, you know.
Yeah, I liked the gameplay from the Final Fantasy remakes. Honestly, I like them more than I like the original Final Fantasy VII.
Fair.
But then-
I just wish that you didn't feel so pillow-fisted, and that it wasn't just a build-up gauge to do moves that actually matter, because your regular attack does nothing.
Okay,
Of
I think I get the
consequence.
meaning of the term just on the context, but could you define pillow-fisted for me?
Pillow-fisted, as in trying to punch somebody with pillows strapped to your fists, so all you're really doing is buffeting them gently.
Okay, so I did interpret it right. Because when you said pillow fisting, my brain went to places.
No, pillow-fisted, not pillow-fisting. Good God, man. Anka, get out of the trash. One moment.
Trash browsing. It's every pupper's favorite pastime.
Indeed.
Does Mr. Gibbs do a trash browse? Well, Mr. Gibbs is probably too short to get in the trash.
Believe me, he would if he could. And Gibbs, if he really wants into something, he'll brute force his way in. His size is only a hindrance, not a law.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, because Gibbs is a wiener dog, right? Or no,
No,
Chihuahua.
yeah, but like a proper Chihuahua, not a toy Chihuahua.
He's a Chihuahua, dude.
Yeah, most dogs like that are like ratter dogs tend to make up for their height with their ability to just go through things. They shred whatever stands between them and their target.
Saris is evidence of this, yes.
But,
Yes, Anka, I got on your case about it. That's because the trash can doesn't have things for puppies, little girl. She stood on my lap staring at me like grandfather. Bullshit.
Yeah, not with that
I smell
attitude,
what's
Grandpa.
I smell what's in there. You put food in there.
Okay, we are going to have to give him earth
His
right
wa-
now, or water right now, because we're going to be using a lot of frost.
Yes, you need him to be mono element.
Yeah, at least right now. It's less of a big deal later on, but there's so much frosting here.
Yep.
Arm.
So much frosting.
But no,
Storm.
Ivan, what tipped me off was you're talking about the Final Fantasy VII remakes and the boss fights dragging along. And then remembering, wasn't it Season 3 of Castlevania that made you not like the series? And because
No, it was
feels-
Season 2.
Was it Season 2?
It was Season 2. They blew the Dracula load way too fast, and then they didn't give it enough time to breathe. It didn't feel earned. Also, they had the fucking audacity to take half of the Dracula fight and make it all about his fucking prissy bitch drama queen's son, instead of the trifecta throwing hands like it should have been. Like, Season 4, the big bad vampire that they end up throwing hands with at the end of Season 4 before, the final throwdown with death.
Yeah.
That was fucking excellent in allowing all three characters the chance to shine
Yeah.
and making them all contribute and have a lot of screen time. So
Yeah.
they clearly were capable of it.
To
They
be
just
fair,
didn't.
okay, so here's my argument.
To be fair.
Theming wise, it makes sense that it's mostly about Alucard because Trevor kind of agrees with Dracula of people fucking suck.
Yes, but this is also his show. He's the character we've been following from the very beginning.
Fair. But at least Dracula versus Alucard is a more interesting fight because Alucard is, actively, diametrically opposed to him, as opposed to, for Trevor, it's his job. For Alucard, it's his mission. Does that make sense?
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it, but I understand what you're saying. And Saris is demanding to go out. We'll pick this up in a minute.
Also, if anybody wants to see something that does a good job of summarizing a lot of my opinions on Castlevania, I don't 100% agree with everything they say, but it does a good thought process on it. Look up the Something Witty Entertainment, You Must Be the Belmont moment.
I actually need to exit stream early. My dinner is ready, so I am going to pop out and let you Chuckle Fucks continue your...
Enjoy your din-din, old man.
Yeah, man.
Our chuckle fucklery will curmuckle.
Yeah, man.
Curmudgeon.
Enjoy stream, have fun. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Farewell!
Huh. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky got another update, I think yesterday.
Wunderbar!
That further expands the settlements.
I haven't played No Man's Sky yet, but there's a part of me that wants to get it just to reward what I'll call...
You just cut out entirely, Storm.
I haven't played No Man's Sky, but I almost want to just to reward the devs for good makeup behavior.
Yeah.
Based on all the stuff I've read. Watching Puzzle play his run of it has been quite entertaining, though.
Has Puzzle been playing No Man's Sky?
He, at least during some streams, building a... or was that Elite Dangerous?
I think that was Elite Dangerous that he's playing.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Well, I can't tell the difference.
I just realized I should ask
Like,
Puzzle if he wants to do like a No Man's Sky co-op play at some point stream. Because he plays
Fucking do
mostly
it.
space games, right?
Yes. He is the space bunny.
Yeah, so let's just destroy more of my Sunday.
Indeed. Oh, right, I need to post in the thing. I'm not streaming on Sunday because I'll be in a cabin in the woods.
Concerning.
No, it's a cabin that my rabbi rents every year for his birthday. We go up there, we drink, we hang out. We occasionally do, like, outdoorsy things.
Yeah.
We play music. There's, I think, 7 of us going this year.
I swear, my dogs are part cat.
I mean,
They
my
just
cats
tried to
are
play
part...
the
Go ahead.
part dog.
Yes, my cats
Yeah,
are
my-
part dog.
The dogs were just trying to play the in or out game, which is, I want to be in, I want to be out, I want to be in, I want to be out. It's like, God damn it, you little fuzzy bastards. Pick one! Pip, stop trying to sit on your daughter.
I keep getting really cute corgi videos when just browsing Reddit randomly, and it makes me sad. I miss my boy.
Yeah, I get that. My Facebook is currently pretty much all tabletop wargaming and Beagle videos and memes. Which I'm okay with, because on the very rare occasions I log into Facebook, I don't want to see anything but Beagles and tabletop wargaming.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Anywho,
Castlevania.
alright, if we're gonna continue.
Uh,
The reason I disagree with you on that being more interesting is I feel that that is a symptom of, again, they didn't let the series have enough time to breathe to set it up so that you could get the payoff that that fight always should have had.
That's fair.
It should have still been very Trevor-centric, but feature all 3 roughly equally. and I say this on the basis of disagreeing with the, his mission versus his job thing. Look at how they ended Season 1. Yes, Trevor is a cynical bastard, but, then he goes out of his way to save the speakers, and then rally the townsfolk to fight back against the demons. Like, he's not heartless, he's a jerk, but he's one of those, jerk with a heart of gold kind of thing.
So, question: have you seen Something Witty or not Something Witty, Overly Sarcastic Productions? You Must Be the Belmont.
No, I have. If I have, I don't remember it by name.
You should watch that video.
But so okay, I'll add that to the list. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to get at is they really could have taken the time to set it up so as to really migrate from it's my job to having the personal stake. They ended up doing it in Season 4 at the very, very end.
Yeah.
So it's not like they didn't have the ability to, they just rushed through Season 2's plot to get to the Dracula fight without really giving the characters the chance to develop well enough that, they all had the payoff at the end that would have made them great. They could have done more. They could have done so much more. But, that's my take, and that's part of why I find pacing so important in a story, is pacing is what lets you give the big payoff when it matters at the climax of a story.
Yeah. I mean, some of it might also be, like, I'm so used to anime where pacing gets shafted by limited, whatchamacallit counts?
Yeah.
Episode counts. Like, prime example, Witch from Mercury. Witch from Mercury is always already good. It's one of my favorite, if not flat out my favorite Gundam series. It needed more episodes.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners needed a little bit more time to breathe, I feel.
I can see that. I can understand that.
10 episodes just wasn't quite enough to make it feel like anything other than a whirlwind.
Mercury Alpha X is suggesting we need a Space Elmer Fudd to be Puzzle Pulsar's nemesis. And then also brings up Rika, the fluffy, soft female cat that likes to glomp. Hug that kitty. Hug it. Hug them both.
Come here, Anka.
So what you're
I'm
saying
going to
is
hug you now.
we need to convince Andy to make his profile image Space Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Spud, if you will.
Spud.
Yes. Space Fudd. Spud. With 2 Ds.
We're only gonna do one rush with the summons and then focus on classes. I've been splooshed! Oh shit.
It's still not as bad as the splooshing from Poseidon when you get to that point.
Oh crap, you don't have any healing yet, do you? There we go, there's our heal.
I mean, I was gonna say, didn't you pick up a mist potion?
I did, I could use that, but at this point, we can just heal Shiva. Oh shit, never mind. Oh shit, never mind. I have terrored. I didn't think it was gonna do that much damage.
It did that amount of damage the first time.
Yeah, but then I got Jin set.
Hey, remember, you're on an emulator.
Yep. We're gonna go back and... Can I go all the way back? Can I go all the way back? Nope.
Retcon. Oh, no.
It's okay, I saved right before the fight.
Wop, wop, wop.
I always remember this fight being an asshole and stuff like this is why.
To quote Tex and I think it was Stagger, during the Kerbal Space program stream from a few years ago. Tex, you can't save scum life. Yeah, you can. It's called heroin.
Alright, now then. Round 2, motherfucker.
Well
Real
then.
does heroin.
We're just gonna go straight into... Yeah, double impact.
Also, for legal purposes, Rale does not do heroin.
I do not do any drugs.
He's into fancier space drugs like
Tums 2.
Calfracius.
Tums too. Okay, I do take Tums once in a while.
For legal purposes, this is a prophecy.
No. Impact him. Smash! 145 damage. Summon rushing is faster, but this way is more reliable. I've been omnommed.
Piers' weapon is not good for this fight.
Yeah.
What element is he currently outfitted with?
Earth. He's backup healer right now. That's the reason why I'm not having him use any synergy.
I was gonna say, just have him just start Jin blitzing and go for Earth summons. You'll be getting more use out of him that way.
Yeah, probably be fine.
Because he, as a striker right now, is doing meh.
There we go.
Planet Diver, that's what the name was. I thought it was... Because I knew Dragon Diver was the upgrade, but I couldn't remember the first one.
A flood.
The Flood.
I mean, it also helps that I put in all the impact buffs on Felix except for one.
I mean, you capped him out on impact buffs. Because the last one you gave him was doing 0. If I recall correctly, Shade is one of those barrier spells, or barrier Jin that gives you the super defense for 1 round, yeah?
I think it's 2 rounds, actually.
Oh no, Felix is poisoned.
Does she have it? No. I know someone has it. But it might be limited to our boy.
Do you have items?
We have items.
I don't think I've got an antidote on me. I usually sell them all. Do you know how rare it is that I actually get poisoned? Nope, he has Pierre poison in his base class.
Better to have something and not need it.
I mean, up until you're dealing with very limited inventory space, at which point that theory starts having some issues.
Goes
Sir,
out the fucking window.
Sir, I play Hoarders.
Yeah, you saw me playing through as Crime Spectre uppies and the problem of having only 6 inventory slots.
God dang it, what game was... Oh wait, that was Resident Evil, right?
Yep, Chris Redfield.
Crime Spectre uppies, just...
Yeah, because he was the, takes himself too seriously Temu knockoff of Crime Investigator Downs.
Dost thou have the ups?
Little Willie seems confused. Also, this seems very counter to good buoyancy to have a room made out of like rocks.
Yeah, but it's a magic
inside
ship.
your ship. It is a magic ship.
Yeah,
You're right.
Remember,
Made out of crystals and shit.
Yeah, the rocks are probably brain rocks.
Oh, yeah,
Uranium.
Yes.
Yeah. That Cycris stuff.
Woo! Yeah, see, it all
Also-
turns to golden glowy.
This is a very spacious ship interior, considering.
Right. To be fair, when you've got a magic ship that one person can do by themselves, everything else is like just hauling shit. Maximize that space.
Yeah.
Chitters and chatters.
We can't go home because reasons.
Well, because we were kind of part of the group that kind of smashed everything on the way through the continents.
I mean, sure.
Like, actively, most of the problems in Golden Sun 1 that we fix is the side effects of Saturos and Monardi's reaction to things like the barrier being just punch it. Don't find a way around, don't find the key, just punch that bitch.
Yep.
Audacious.
That's an interesting play, Cotton. Let's see how that works out for him. But now we have boat.
Boat.
We sell
Oh,
seashells
wait.
by the seashore.
Boat.
Not without a business license, you know.
Man, these are the high seas. I respect no law. Pirate law.
Disrespect copyright! Suddenly gets dropped off Twitch.
Okay, now
Yep,
that we got
suddenly.
that, we're gonna go do this.
News.
If I'm remembering the order right, we need to do, whatchamacallit first? Aqua Rock. Aqua Rock's the first one.
Arguable. So, you need to do Aqua Rock and Gaia Rock before you can successfully do all of the towers. Though I think the Shrine of the Sea God near where you started the game is doable without either of those. I don't think you need sand or parch.
Let's Google it.
Also, you can just walk up to the box. Felix will back up when it falls. But yeah, I know for a fact though that Aqua Rock is necessary to get everything out of the village next to Gaia Rock, and Gaia Rock is necessary to get everything out of the Apogee Islands next to Aqua Rock, and you cannot do Tundaria Tower without Aqua Rock first. You cannot do the ruins near Champa without doing Gaia Rock first. So the rocks are your two starting points. Aqua is probably the better start, just on the base of you don't have the fucking Sneck boss
Yeah.
that you hear, you know, the fucking dragon. Because he's a doozy if you go to him prematurely.
Yeah. Also, damn near impossible to beat if you decide to throw hands with him without weakening him.
Yep, it is technically doable, but
It's technically
good luck.
doable. Yeah, good luck. I'd have to do
Hey.
so much power leveling.
Go give the bread
Oh,
to
yeah,
the kid.
The child.
The child.
We would like to buy one child, please.
Of course, you're at the point where the stuff you're gonna get from the cave is...
Probably not worth it.
Yeah, like, it would have been very useful if you equipped it, you know, before going and doing, like, Eris Rock or shit.
Yeah.
it would have been still useful if you equipped it before going and doing Kibambo. But by now, you should be better equipped. But yeah. You're selling nuts.
I'll sell your nuts.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Context, love. Fox in the back are just like, what?
What in tarnation? Also, you can sell the game tickets without worrying. They'll be available for purchase from item shops if you ask for rarities.
I am trusting you, Aiden.
A dangerous mistake.
Well, we're about to find out.
I mean, go to the item shop, and if I'm wrong, then... well, hopefully you can reverse far enough.
Alright, we can in fact buy them back. All is well.
Yeah.
Aiden shall not be put to the torch and burned like a witch this day.
Yay!
Totally forgot about this the first time we came through.
Yep.
To be fair, I don't
some
really
reason-
think I barely spent any time up here.
For some
Yeah.
reason now I'm imagining Lady Red carrying Aiden away saying, "Don't you ever light my husband on fire."
But yeah, trying to think here. With the Cyclone chip, which you already have, I think you can get the Tomigather icon from the Gabamba Caverns.
Yeah,
I think you have access to that.
I'm pretty sure yes. And yes, I
You
do have the
can-
Cyclone chip.
Yeah, you also should be able to do the Teopa Swamp near Yalom to get a bunch of forgeable shit to get a head start on that. There's some rusty equipment that you can find in shallow spots throughout the Eastern Sea that you can turn into weapons. Some of them are pretty good.
That's what I was planning on doing next, because getting them out of the way early when they're still useful.
Yeah, like, they will rapidly stop being useful, but for the time being, they are.
Oh yeah, Ixion Mill is still actually better than the standard stuff right now.
Honestly, I keep it even over better stat-wise conventional armor on the basis of it gives you 2 elements of resistance. Which, honestly, elemental resistance means a hell of a lot more than a couple points of defense.
That is fair.
Because elemental resistance, if I'm not mistaken, the way the game functions out, it's a percentage reduction.
Rather than just a straight point reduction.
Exactly.
Right, we can't get the
So-
other treasure chest until the...
Hang on. I'm pretty sure you can.
pretty sure the pirates have to escape.
They might. It might be. It might be. I could have sworn there was the one that you could get right now in addition to, but I might be wrong.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Hippity hoppity over the rockety. Yeah, they have to move that to get out, and that allows us to get over there.
Hang on. Go back down? Oh, yeah, you can't go down and around. You're right.
Yeah, they have to move both those logs.
Log.
Oh, that just reminds me of talking the other day. So Fox found out that apparently men need to eat a lot more fiber than women to avoid cancer.
Huh.
And I don't remember what triggered it, but it was something involving that conversation where it's like, Captain's log. And specifically referring to the captain going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Captain's log, day 11. Slightly pointy.
Oh God, no!
Moderately barbed.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do a quick cruise around the ocean and find all the little spots. Also, this music. Turn it up. For
Mercury says the day is young, Iden can still burn.
Hellfire, dark fire.
Now Iden, it's your turn.
This fucking music. The ocean battle theme.
It's not bad. I kind of like Jenna's battle theme personally.
Yeah. Though, probably the most iconic to me is the Venus Lighthouse climb.
It is certainly up there. It is very. It was very good as a.
Youngling.
Well, not that, as a climax to the game.
Yeah.
Like, it has all the right vibe to be a dramatic, the final dungeon leading to the big showdown.
Emotionally preparing myself to fight Poseidon. I know it's still gonna be a little while, but
Yeah. Order of operations, like I said, you've got the 2 rocks, the 3 towers. You cannot get Briggs to escape until you do Tandaria Tower because you need burst.
What I was pretty sure is Aqua Rock has to be done before Tandaria Tower because you need Parch to loot all of Aqua Rock, or all of Tandaria Tower.
Correct. Just like the Ankle Ruins, you cannot even complete, much less fully loot, without sand from Gaia Rock.
Yeah. Plants. Oh boy, we're level 20. I didn't even know what the end game level is in this game.
Yes.
I mean, you can finish the game in your 30s to 40s, if I remember right.
I know that's the first one. The first one was like 30 is a good level. Specifically,
Yeah.
the code I'm using sets all the first game's characters to level 30.
I think it's the 40s is what you would typically be to finish the game. You don't get all of the top end spells, though, until you're in your 50s.
Yeah.
So, like, Spark Plasma, you generally won't actually see unless you are going out of your way to level grind.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Ether, for the bits.
Yeah.
Biddly bops.
Biddity bobbity boo.
Check, just in case I... Nope, okay, that one doesn't have shit. We're going around up there. Destroy the seagulls! Fucking seagulls.
Fucking rats of the sky.
They're worse than rats, honestly. Like, the only reason rats seem worse is because they have more access to screw up your preserves. But I'm pretty sure if seagulls could, they would, even more than rats do. Fucking hate seagulls. Like, IRL for realsies. Fuck seagulls. They're awful little creatures.
They are smelly little bastards that are just kind of. Bleh.
I maintain.
Would you like me to pull a map up, by the way, for where to find these? I think
we're nearing the end of stream is the only reason I'm not asking, and I'm not doing it myself even.
Fair enough.
Just go cruising around and make our way. So we're gonna get this out of the way now. And also just enjoy the cruising on the water.
Yeah, I think the little peninsula of ocean to your east, the little shallow there, is one of them.
Yeah.
I might be mistaken. Oh, also, you should be able to now do the trading sequence that gets you eventually the access to the one islet cave. Oh shit, you're right, because you need to be able to use that to get to one of the
cows.
Critters. Yeah, the cow. You can get started on the process, but you can't get too far on it.
What I'll probably do is as we go through stuff, I'll poke at it.
Yeah.
I don't remember which island starts it.
I think it's the Tundaria islet. No, I was wrong on that one.
That's the penguins, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and you start it by
save
getting the rock from the penguin.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Save the penguins. Save the African kamikaze squirrels. This stream brought to you by the African Kamikaze Squirrel Preservation Society.
The fuck is an African kamikaze squirrel?
African kamikaze squirrels are a breed of squirrels that live in southern Africa. They live in a specific type of baobab tree and they form colonies there. What the squirrels will do, and the reason they got their name, is they will, when the tree and the colony is attacked by a predator, they will ingest the leaves and cling to the predator. The leaves interact with the African kamikaze squirrel's stomach acid to cause them to explode. Depending on the predator, this will spook them away or straight up kill them.
Jesus Christ.
Let it be known, this is a fictitious animal he speaks
Damn
of.
it, Storm, don't ruin the joke that quickly. Yes,
I don't want to misinform our audience.
That's
Yeah, it's still metal as fuck, though.
Yes. Also, Mercury Alpha says, don't have a cow, man. Have a rat, like Whacker, instead.
I am a slime creature. I will have whatever creature I please at the moment.
Oh my.
God damn it, I don't know why, but I was just thinking of, character gets...
Well, there's your problem. Don't think.
Shut the fuck up, Ida. a character in a sci-fi gets spaced, but he's not a human, and then comes back later. It's like, joke's on you! Spacing me was only an inconvenience, motherfuckers!
Goodbye. UNC Samurai suggests that African Kamikaze Squirrels is in fact either a musical or acting band.
Reasonable.
Alright. We have done the lap. I think that's all the spots I have access to. Let's go get some forgeables.
This reeks of sense-making.
And I know I am not going to watch the children show the path to Poseidon because I don't need the children to show me the path to Poseidon. Frankly, once you know the trick to it, you should never need it again.
Yeah. Why did you call me out right there? I wasn't gonna say shit.
You usually tell me when I'm about to miss something.
I mean, granted, but I figure y'all know enough about what's going on that you didn't need that shit.
I wonder if anybody's actually gotten to Poseidon without having all the other stuff. Like, imagine what that must have been like as a kid.
I mean, you absolutely can fight Poseidon before you get the trident.
You won't
It
win.
sucks. Yeah, it's guaranteed failure.
He will watery grave you into the depths.
That was the single biggest fucking brick wall I ran into on the Zero Jin run, was that asshole.
Yeah, you were talking about that before. Because, yeah, he is straight up a stat check of, if you can't do this, you are not ready for endgame.
And Ether does bring up a good point. Happy Legion Day, everyone. This day, 14 years ago, Mr. Tex made the decision to buy a copy of Fraps rather than a bottle of whiskey. And everything else is history.
Was it 14? I thought it was 13.
It was 14, but YouTube thinks it did its math wrong, and this has been now become a meme.
So I do actually know why the math happened wrong. It was because of that brief period where the channel got hacked.
Yeah,
they had to do a rollback.
That would do it.
My math skills also not the mightiest.
This is fair. We are mighty warriors, not mathematicians. Except for the few of us that are, but, you know, ignore them.
My capacity for numbers has limits.
Indeed.
Okay, we'll do the axe first.
And my axe.
And my axe body spray. Oh yeah, he just walks up there and does it.
Yep. You gotta use the inn or leave town, I think.
Nope.
No?
Do you know how many times?
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Hayden, do you know how many times I have done that? Working to get Excalibur.
I did not realize you could just walk into the sanctuary for it.
Nope.
That is pretty legit.
This has been one of the most interesting things, and again, thank you for joining me for these streams, Aiden, is the variance in our knowledge of this game.
Oh yeah, and that's something that I appreciate about it, is that there's still shit that I don't know and that I learn when doing stuff like this. It's like, wow, hot damn.
Let's see, who needs it more? You need it more.
Depends on what class you're setting her to, because if she's still using predominantly wind moves, you'll want to keep the clarity circlet on her for the wind buff.
Oh, it does raise wind power. No, I'm pretty sure I've gotten her on water, actually, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and
that's why raises water power. That's why I say it depends on what class you're going over. I couldn't remember which character was what class for you.
Yeah. This is usually my go-to. Felix's arguable best dual element class is the Savage Ruffian line. The Berserkers.
I honestly prefer him, if I'm not going Ronin or Ninja, to stick with his mono element.
I did specify his best dual element class.
Yeah, fair.
100% we're making him a ninja.
Though, at the same time, I've always been... Oh, are the dogs being adorable, love? Wonderful.
Adorable pupper noises.
The dogs are sunbathing, and they are being very precious. Anyway, I always preferred the Dragoon, the Cavalier Swordsman tree over the Ruffian tree, personally.
Because I tend to use him as just beat attack things.
Beef, hard knob.
Yeah. Though the wind one works really well once you get Excalibur, because it does boost his wind power and make Excalibur even more efficient.
Yeah.
But fucking Ninja, man.
I mean, Ninja is still also very heavily wind aligned. It's a fire wind gin setup, so it
Sunbaked,
still works.
Sunbaked Beagle Stream, says Mercury.
Alright, we are
So-
about to enter the swamp. There it is. We're
Wham!
gonna get into the swamp, and then I'm gonna save the game, and it's about time to end stream. One, because it's almost time, and two, because I have to go to the bathroom real bad. Game is saved.
Hold!
Pants.
Don't make me laugh too hard, or I might have to change my underwear. Alright, lads, anything to say before we go?
Stay safe, everyone. Be good to each other. Don't explode.
Especially you, Rale. Don't explode, homie.
Fuck you too, Aiden.
Just around the riverbed.
God damn it. Alright, everybody, happy Legion Day, stay safe, have a beautiful time.
Fuck off, Storm.
Ignore Storm, have a beautiful time, everybody. Bye-bye.